here at Zoho in Austin. Beautiful day today. Unluckily, we are inside. However, we are here with Jason Yoffy, of RJG, who has an interesting journey with Zoho to relate to and to relay. And let's just get into the midst of it. So, what's your company doing and what are you doing at RJG?
Yeah, thank you, Thomas. I am Director of Engineering at RJG. We are a training and technology company. We train plastic injection molders how to make parts better and with less waste. And our technology goes on in the machines to monitor the process to do the same. It is our mission to help save the planet from plastic waste, and also it's really important for our medical customers who are making safety critical parts that go in people's bodies or deliver medicine to make sure that they're making good plastic parts. And we're really thankful for Zoho, and we're powered by Zoho One, so we're trying to make the world a better place, and Zoho helps us do that.
So it's mainly medical applications that you...
We do medical and automotive mainly.
Okay, so bumpers.
Yeah, car fascias, baby seats, any type of plastic parts, electronics, lots of different stuff.
But still high precision.
Yes, yes.
Cool. So, what was the need that you had when you chose Zoho?
Yeah, so we went through a pretty detailed, diligent process. Our needs were many. We had an antiquated server-based CRM. And so it really started with, how can we help our sales team and enable our sales team to sell better? And a lot of the processes in our company were manual. We had just scaled up, and so we grew really quickly. And so we just needed a singular kind of system to run our company on. It was hard for us to do reporting and took a long time. So there's just a lot of manual processes that we wanted to digitize and kind of transform our company from a smaller company to a larger company when we scaled.
What have been particular challenges that your sales teams had?
Reporting and the accuracy of reporting and how long that took. Our quoting process was to be desired in terms of how long it took us to create a quote for a customer. Transparency into the business and having the team understand kind of where everybody was. All that just took a long time to gather that information. So, and then a lot of times information wasn't being put into the system. So I don't think this is uncommon out there. So we wanted to grow up and find a solution that would help us move into the future.
How did your selection process lead you to Zoho?
Yeah, so we did an initial, first of all, we got a group of people together to start looking at what our options were. And we wanted to go look at Salesforce because they were the industry leader. I know it's a dirty word. And then
you can say industry leader.
And then we did a bunch of research online about other CRM systems, and Zoho piqued our interest. So during that process, we started to partner with, or we chose partners in Michigan for each of those companies. So we had a Salesforce partner and then a Zoho partner. And they helped us do some initial discovery and understanding of some high-level needs for each part of the organization, and then helped us with the process. And looking at our projected return on investment, we chose Zoho.
What piqued your interest?
In Zoho?
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I come from a usability background, user experience background, so I could see what Zoho was doing, and then it was right around when Zoho One was coming out, and so then I got to see all of the advantages that could happen by using a platform or an operating system for your business. And with Zoho, it was all under one cost. So if we wanted to end up using, instant messaging or Zoho Writer or other aspects of the Zoho suite, we didn't have to pay extra. And with Salesforce, everything seemed to be an add-on and an add-on and an add-on. And we liked the business model that Zoho had. to give us more bang for our buck and allow us to grow into different applications. We weren't ready to implement them all at one time. We started with CRM and we started with Desk. Those are the important core parts of the technology needed for our business. So we started there and then started using marketing tools. And then after we did the big implementation, took about 8 months of more further detailed discovery process discovery with individual teams. And our partner Aspen Tech helped us understand our business needs and map it out in the software as a solution. And would say, you could do it this way or you could do it this way. And we looked at how putting our processes into software can then grow and scale for us later on. And I think that was a big advantage of having a partner like Aspen Tech. They were really good at understanding our business needs and requirements and helping us kind of see that in the application.
Yeah, you must have a good relationship with them. They're here today.
They are here. I just gave them a high five. And then,
more like a hug. But
yeah. And it really depends on the it really depends on the size of your business. I've implemented Zoho at a startup and used it out of the box. So, and I'm assuming if you're in a bigger corporate a corporate company that has very thorough, detailed processes, it's a whole different experience. So what's cool about Zoho is right out of the gate, if you're a startup and you don't have any processes and you're doing this for the first time as an entrepreneur or a small team, you can rely on the software to be easy to use and implement it right out of the box. With the age of our company, we've been around for 30 years. We had a lot of stuff we did a certain way, and it was great that Zoho was flexible and able to allow us to customize it the way we wanted to around our business. So it's kind of like we have processes and then we have software, and then our partner helped us kind of marry those two things together so we could be successful when using it.
Now you said there was more than 8 months of discovery even for probably various modules, which suggests that you didn't just use out of the box but had a significant project going on for the implementation. So
yes.
Now this already suggests that it was worthwhile doing, which means that there probably have been some hiccups in there. So what have been the major obstacles that you needed to overcome in the course of implementing the system? And how did you overcome?
Really, I think I touched on it already. The major problem was how do we take processes that haven't been defined in documentation form before and either document them or work with our partner to understand how the application and the solutions that Zoho and Aspen Tech would provide fit our business. So, documenting your processes is probably, I think, the biggest challenge. Making sure your processes are good before you put them into the system, because it's kind of garbage in, garbage out. So that was our biggest issue. Our second issue was we have offices. We have 150 people and we have offices in 7 countries. So implementing, the majority of our work and people are in the United States. So we took the strategy of getting them on the systems, and then worked with the individual country offices to do that. And so that was a bit challenging. They wanted to be included in the first wave and understand what we're doing. And so just a different phased approach to managing a lot of work was also a challenge. And then integrating with other systems that we have wasn't necessarily a challenge. Zoho is really good at integrations and really easy to work with. The other applications that we have are not so much so. But really our other ERP cloud system took us a while to really get the connection, and that was on their end, not necessarily Zoho's end. So it wasn't, it was just trying to get those two to talk to each other.
True.
Is it the systems talk to each other or the vendors and their
both?
partners?
Both.
Yeah, that sounds like a yes.
Yeah. One of the great things about I think our approach is that team that we got together in the beginning. We had representatives from each department: sales, marketing, customer support, training and consulting, and then international offices. They are a core team of people that still exist today. It's not their full-time job, but we named ourselves the Zoholics. just like the conference, because we're imbibed on Zoho, and they continue to optimize the system and update our business processes and connect things that haven't been connected before, and really kind of optimize and allow us to grow and evolve with our business processes. And so that team is just core to continuing the success of Zoho within the company. They're Zoho brand advocates and trying to just figure out how to work smarter all the time.
How big is that team?
I think 10 to 12.
Which is almost 10% of the company,
Yep.
so it's quite sizable.
Yeah, so it's good to have those brand advocates, those Zoho advocates within the company, helping train people and making sure we're up to date on the latest things, because technology changes so fast. It's good to have your finger on the pulse and make sure that we're all evolving as business people with the technology that we have.
Absolutely. And that's a great lead into our next question. What's next on your roadmap with Zoho? What would you like to implement next?
Yeah, we have an internal deluge engineer, and we are integrating a bunch of systems within our production facility. We create our own sensors that our technology uses. So it's integrating our sales order process with production processes and serial numbers. And so we're really leveraging the more technical aspects of Zoho to achieve that integration that we want, that's custom to our business.
Excellent.
It's kind of an iBase, yeah?
Yeah, it's cool.
Now, Zoho is a technology vendor.
The devil, you say.
Sorry. But still, they are. And they don't deny it, even better.
Yeah.
So now, it's software. Software is never perfect. A partner is never perfect. So what I always am wondering is, raving customers around, nobody is perfect. What is not perfect? What is the one thing, or would be the one thing, that you wish to get but you never got?
Yeah, so I think what's negative and positive is that Zoho obviously puts out MVPs, minimum viable products, and allows their customers to use them, and as they start to develop more and more things on each application.
Right.
So when we started beta with Zoho meetings, and just the quality wasn't that good. People were having trouble getting in. I mean, we were really early adopters, and so with early adoption becomes those challenges, because all the features aren't fleshed out and the technology isn't perfect yet. So that's always a challenge to work with software that isn't quite fully fleshed out.
Right.
But what's awesome about it is that it's constantly evolving and getting better. And so now we use Zoho meetings all the time. There's no issues with it.
And it's getting better with your input.
And it's getting better with our input, which is really, really awesome.
So what you're basically saying is that there are sometimes letting it out into the wild a bit too early?
And no, I don't think too early. I think they get to, Zoho as a corporation is great learners. They learn from their customers and gather that data and then put it back into the system. Even here at Zoholics, everybody I talked to was like, well, how do we do? What could we do better? And they're gathering all of this data input to make their systems and software better. And it's not like going to a Salesforce conference where it's all like, yes, we're going to do this, we're awesome. It's more about how can we help you? What have we done wrong? What can we do better? What did you notice? And so they're gathering all of this data and input from users, and it just makes the products better and helps us succeed. So that's just the nature of software. In terms of any sort of deltas, I think we tried to implement an application, and our team for that application was extremely busy. We didn't have enough resources to actually implement it. And Zoho couldn't help us to the level that we needed help with. So we just didn't have that, I guess, intimacy with Zoho to help us implement it. I think would be an area of improvement.
Gotcha. Okay, understood.
So, you know, sometimes,
Maybe some area
Yeah.
of improvement.
sometimes, but that's what they have, a great partner network. So, you know, good service like that isn't free. But it would be cool, you know, to see that within Zoho. But they have a great partner network, which helps with
Right.
with that. So, I think they handle it just in a different way.